Hey, welcome back to Pokesoo Channel. Hey, I just did a couple rough takes of a piece I'm working on. I thought it would be interesting to share with people kind of something in process. I do this with my students from time to time. And then eventually, you work hard on a piece and you try lots of different parts and you mix them up in different ways. And then after you've really put the time into it, when you record it in the studio, you just kind of let go and let it happen. But it's all that preparation that allows you to have that kind of spontaneity. Yeah, because your subconscious mind knows structures and knows different ideas and colors. And you just kind of let go and let it happen. Sometimes you get it in one take. Sometimes it takes a couple, two or three. It just depends. You never really play it exactly the same ever twice, and that's what makes art fresh. But I wanted to share, since I shared a couple little rough versions of that piece, and then they're rough, and that's okay. I think it's helpful for people to see. I want to show you some of the elements. Now this, I played that in this tuning where you make the G an F sharp, and then you make the D, the low E a D. So some of the forms I used was forms like this. And then I had like, and then you can use that kind of form. I use this form. Really like that. See, these are all different parts, and that's, especially when you're working in altered tuning, it really helps to just experiment with putting chords together in different ways, This next chord, I always seem to have a little trouble finding it for some reason, because it's just kind of a bear. There we go. It's a beautiful chord though, huh? I use it up here. So I'm just kind of, these are some of the elements I'm using. And then I was kind of getting into using things like this. I experiment with these. See. And I got it kind of a thing like this. Like that, and I kind of repeat that idea here. I know I didn't do all this on those other versions. These are all things I'm playing with. So a really good piece takes me 6 months to a year to write, really. If you don't rush it. But see, using things like that, those ideas. I'm using the 4-finger tremolo, which is this and these three, and that really does give you a really nice sound. So those are some of the different ideas I use. I use this idea here, using a chord like this. I just love how chords sound in this tuning. I'm kind of searching for that McLaughlin sound a little bit, you know what I mean? I really like this. I think this is stuff you normally don't run into. You can, then this kind of bear chord. still kind of figuring out how and where I want everything, and that's what's fun about composing. So you kind of go through that process. So you take these different types of ideas and you play with them. So the point of this video is I'm just trying to break this down so you can kind of see how I try to help the universe evolve my piece. Because music's a gift, it comes through you, you know. So it's by doing different forms in an altered tuning, getting to know the sound of those forms. You know, when you're in an altered tuning, it's a whole new, as Michael Hedges would say, it's a whole new universe. And that's what's so great. You have to kind of let go and just make discoveries and then figure out how to use this stuff, you know. And some really interesting chords. I like this. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of share with you a little bit. So I've been working on ideas like this, kind of forms like this. I guess my point of this little video is just when you're working on altered tuning things, just experiment with chord forms. Experiment with different chords and, you know, see how they sound. Try to find ways to put chords together that create some beautiful tension and resolution. And I've been influenced by people like John McLaughlin as well as Michael, all kinds of people. You learn from everybody. You know? So just, that's a fun tuning. You might want to mess with it. You make the third string an F sharp. And then you make the low E a D. So enjoy. All right, let's keep the positive faith out there.